1%. Better daily is not just a concept. It is a way of living. A mindset that separates those who merely wish for change from those who actually transform their lives. Imagine this. Every single day, you wake up with two choices: to repeat yesterday or to improve, even by the smallest margin. And that small margin, that 1%, might seem insignificant today, but over time, it becomes the force that completely reshapes your life. Because greatness is never built in a single moment. It's built brick by brick, habit by habit, day by day. The problem most people face is that they dream too big but act too small, or worse, they don't act at all. They wait for motivation, for the perfect moment, for someone to save them. But the truth is, no one is coming to save you. No magical feeling of motivation will suddenly appear. And there is no perfect moment. There is only now. There is only you. And there is the choice you make today. The 1% better mindset is about focusing on progress, not perfection. Because perfection kills action, while progress creates momentum. Think of it like this. If you try to climb a mountain in one giant leap, you will fall. But if you take small, steady steps every single day, you will eventually reach the top. And when you do, you'll look back and realize that every painful disciplined step was worth it. The key is consistency. Showing up even when you don't feel like it. Doing the work when no one is watching. Because that is when true transformation happens. Not when the crowd is cheering. Not when you are hyped. But when you are alone, tired, and ready to quit. And you still choose to take that next small step forward. Imagine if you just committed to being 1% better every single day. Just one tiny improvement. Read one more page. Do one extra push-up. Study for 5 more minutes. Wake up 5 minutes earlier. It may not feel like much, but compounded over weeks, months, and years, it becomes unstoppable. Like a snowball rolling down a hill. Growing bigger and faster with every turn, until it becomes a force so powerful that nothing can stop it. People overestimate what they can do in a week, and underestimate what they can achieve in a year with consistent effort. And that is why they quit too soon. They want instant results, instant gratification. But real growth is slow, steady, and often invisible at first. Like planting a seed. You don't see it grow on day 1 or day 2. But you keep watering it, nurturing it, and one day, it breaks through the soil and begins to rise. That's exactly how self-improvement works. At first, the results are hidden, but beneath the surface, you are changing. Your mind is becoming sharper, your body stronger, your habits more disciplined. And then, suddenly, one day the world notices, and they call you an overnight success. But you will know the truth. It wasn't overnight. It was every single day. Every single choice. Every single 1% improvement. Compounded over time. This is why you must never underestimate small actions. Because they are the seeds of greatness. But here's the catch. The opposite is also true. If you get 1% worse every day, if you give in to laziness, procrastination, fear, and excuses, that decline compounds too, and before you know it, your life spirals downward. Not because of one giant mistake, but because of 1,000 small ones stacked together. So ask yourself every night before you sleep, did I get better today? Even just a little? If the answer is yes, you are on the right path. If the answer is no, you must decide now to do better tomorrow. No more excuses, no more waiting. Because time will pass whether you act or not. 1 year from now, you will either be grateful you started or regretful that you didn't. The choice is yours. The 1% better mindset applies to every area of life. Fitness, relationships, studies, business, mental health. Don't try to fix everything at once. Just focus on one small improvement each day. And over time, the transformation will be massive. For example, instead of trying to completely overhaul your diet overnight, just start by drinking 1 extra glass of water. then eating one extra serving of vegetables, then cutting one unhealthy snack. Tiny steps that compound into a healthy lifestyle. Or if you want to build confidence, start by speaking up once in a conversation, then twice, then 3 times. Small wins that slowly rewire your brain to believe in yourself. This journey is not about competing with others. It's about competing with who you were yesterday. Comparing yourself to others will only lead to jealousy or discouragement, because there will always be someone ahead of you. But if you focus on being just a little better than you were yesterday, you will win every single day. And those wins will stack into a life you are proud of. Remember, there will be days when you don't feel like trying, days when you feel like quitting. And those are the most important days to keep going. Because discipline is built on the days you don't want to show up. When you fight through resistance, you grow stronger, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. Every setback is an opportunity to rise. Every failure is a lesson. Every challenge is a test to see how badly you want it. So, embrace the struggle. Embrace the pain. Because that pain is the price of growth. And when you feel like you can't go on, remind yourself why you started. Picture the future version of yourself stronger, wiser, happier, and realize that future is built by the choices you make right now, in this very moment. The 1% better philosophy is not about luck or talent. It's about relentless persistence. About showing up day after day, even when progress feels invisible, even when no one claps for you. Because success is not a single event. It's a habit, a lifestyle, a series of small victories that add up over time. And here's the beautiful thing. Anyone can do it. You don't need to be special. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need the courage to start and the discipline to keep going. So start today, right now. Take one small step. Read one page, write one sentence, take one deep breath, go for one short walk. Just do something. And then do a little more tomorrow, and a little more the day after. Because small steps don't just change what you do, they change who you are. And when you change who you are, you change your entire future. One day, people will look at you and call you lucky. They will admire your success, your strength, your discipline. But they will never see the thousands of tiny choices you made in silence. The early mornings, the late nights, the sacrifices, the pain, the doubt, the perseverance. They will only see the result. And that is fine, because you will know the truth. You didn't get there by chance. You built it. One day at a time, one step at a time, 1% at a time. So commit to yourself right now that you will stop chasing perfection and start chasing progress. Stop waiting for motivation and start building discipline. Stop dreaming of a better life and start creating it. Because the future is not something you wait for. It's something you build, and you build it one day at a time, 1% at a time. So get up, take action, and promise yourself that when you wake up tomorrow, you will be just a little stronger, a little wiser, a little better than you were today. And if you keep that promise every single day, there is no limit to who you can become. And as you continue walking this path of 1% daily growth, you will start to notice subtle but powerful changes in the way you think, act, and respond to life. At first, these changes may seem so small that even you might not notice them. Maybe you start waking up just 5 minutes earlier. Maybe you read one extra page. Maybe you push yourself to do one extra rep at the gym. Maybe you speak a little kinder to yourself. But these small victories build a foundation for massive transformation. Because what you repeatedly do becomes who you are, and every choice you make is a vote for the person you wish to become. The more you cast these positive votes, the more your identity begins to shift. Till eventually, you no longer have to force yourself to take action. It becomes natural. It becomes who you are. This is why the 1% rule is so powerful. Because it doesn't demand perfection or massive overnight changes. It simply asks you to be slightly better than yesterday. And over time, this creates unstoppable momentum. Like a snowball rolling down a mountain, growing larger and more powerful with each passing day. But remember, just as progress compounds, Neglect compounds too, meaning if you skip today, if you give in to laziness and fear, that too will multiply. And before you know it, you'll find yourself stuck in a downward spiral of regret. This is why discipline matters more than motivation. Because motivation is temporary, but discipline is what keeps you moving even on the darkest days. There will be mornings when you don't want to get up, when your body screams for comfort and your mind whispers excuses. But those are the exact moments when greatness is forged, when you fight through resistance and take action anyway. You strengthen not just your body, but your willpower. And that inner strength will spill into every area of your life. Think of it like sharpening a sword. Every repetition, every sacrifice, every uncomfortable choice is another strike of the hammer. Another step towards becoming unbreakable. And just as a sword cannot be forged without fire, you cannot grow without struggle. So don't fear the pain. Embrace it. Because pain is the cost of growth and the proof that you are moving forward.